So you've still managed to catch me at this hour. I thought I was about to fade out again. Today I bet your right foot's resting on top of your left. As always, if I guessed it right, give me a shout. Leave a mark here to show you've been by. Alright, that's enough of the intro. Now let's get into tonight's little bedtime story. Here we meet Guagua, a girl from Sichuan, Chongqing, living everywhere under the excuse of experiencing local life. Just her luck, a heavy rain started pouring down, so dressed too lightly, Guagua slipped on a raincoat. Better for staying dry. As the saying goes, under a big tree, there's good shade. She put her smarts to work and pitched a tent beside the tree. Few realise how muddy the ground gets after rain. To keep her white clothes from getting filthy, she laid down a tarp and insulated mud. Even the tent she carried was designed as an all-in-one setup. Just a little tug here, a couple more moves there, and out popped a neat rounded square tent. Those who often watch Guagua's camping trips know she's big on ceremony and ritual to show off her god-tier cooking skills. Of course, she had to set up a tarp shelter for cooking. By now, most of the setup was done, and tired as she was, a wave of melancholy came over her. As the grey sky turned into night, her picnic adventure began. First thing, she pulled an old kerosene lamp from her pack and hung it from the centre of the tent ceiling. To make it even more romantic, she added 2 red glow lamps. From the way Guagua sat cross-legged, it was clear she was a bit uncomfortable. Maybe the table just wasn't the right height for her. Still, after some effort, she managed to finish chopping the ingredients. Next, she mixed in the prepped seasonings and set them to marinate. Just needed a good 60-odd stirs. She then chopped up some garlic to fry for extra aroma, gradually moving into the picnic feast. To keep a sense of balance between meat and veg, Guagua had brought quite the variety of foods. Unlike the usual tricks most people use, while others went for cheese, she chose to soak slices of bread in beaten egg instead. And once they hit the hot pan, they gave off that satisfying sizzle. So you've managed to catch me at this hour. I honestly thought I was about to fade away again. Tonight, I won't bother guessing where your left foot is resting. Same old rule if you see this, drop a comment. Or maybe leave a few words on the right with your reaction. Alright. Enough rambling. Let's jump straight into tonight's stress-relieving bedtime skit. The story begins. A customized camper van slowly rolled forward, driving onto a flat stretch of land. In front of us was an old friend we hadn't seen in a while, Shizuka, a 30-year-old independent woman from Japan. Today, she drove a 3-square-meter light truck she'd converted for camping. The highlight of this vehicle was none other than its windows. Windows everywhere. Though the space wasn't big enough for reckless freedom, luckily she was a master of time management. Every piece of gear was purchased to fit and adjust with precision. Though small, the space had everything it needed to chase the best camping experience. Shizuka specifically picked up discounted items from the convenience store. With winter arriving, temperatures kept dropping. Before her picnic, she had to light the indoor fireplace, not only to keep warm later, but also to cook food. And because the camper space was compact, it only needed to burn briefly before the warmth was felt. This meant Shizuka dressed lightly, wouldn't feel the chill. After that, she placed a pizza into the fireplace's bottom drawer to bake. Baking away, after 10 minutes of cooking, she could finally enjoy today's appetizer, easing the mood. For those who often watch the Delicate Girl camping series, Shizuka's style of camping may not be as fancy as Xiao Mei, but her way of camping shows the truest everyday experience. So everyone's camping style has its own unique flavor. While Talking the Sky had already started to darken, the light spilling from the camper stood out, strikingly against the quiet night. And since Shizuka had no plans, for entertainment she began preparing dinner. As she's been dieting lately, wanting to surprise her family before New Year, her meals in this period focused mainly on low-fat dishes. Tonight's food wasn't going to take long. She first made a veggie salad with avocado and cherry tomatoes, then put the prepped chicken into the pan. After all, chicken has far less fat than pork. This way, Shizuka could enjoy it without feeling guilty. And the cooking process was very simple. Just keep stir-frying until the chicken was evenly heated and add some seasoning along the way. But what Shizuka loved most was still her fondness for rice. She always liked to press the rice into triangular onigiri, then wrap it with cling film. Only once everything was ready would she finally start eating. Maybe it's because she's a true blue Japanese girl, but after a meal, she always fancies a glass of wheat juice to soothe her throat. It feels like only then can the dinner come to a perfect close. Still, unlike Xiao Mei, she doesn't chase the buzz of being tipsy, just the occasional small sip. Even so, when it comes to being careless, Shizuka is just the same as Xiao Mei. So you've actually come across me at this hour. I thought I was about to fade into obscurity again. Tonight, I won't bother guessing where your left foot's resting. I heard the comment systems had yet another big update. Now you just need to hold down, slide to an emoji, and you can send it quickly. So instead, I'll guess whether there are any bots in my comment section. Alright, enough chatter. Let's get straight into tonight's bedtime story. Here we see Xiao Mei, a girl from Japan. Today marks her first camping trip of the new year. In Japan, the new year begins on the 1st of January. Still caught up in the joy of recent celebrations, she came to the forest to relive the warmth of camping. Since her beloved car was being serviced, the shop provided her with a temporary ride. Though spacious inside, it lacked a sense of warmth, so she decided to spend the night in a tent instead. And the most important thing in winter camping is keeping warm. In this scene, Xiao Mei's strength looked just like you ripping open a package. If anyone thinks girls aren't strong, they should try unboxing a parcel themselves. Brains are handy, but sometimes brawn wins out. After some rough tearing, she got herself a quilt. Judging by the tent's weight, its space was clearly not too small. At first, Xiao Mei thought of trying the manual pump, a chance to train her arms too. But at her pace, it might not be done even by nightfall. And for young people, appearances matter. Style counts. In the end, she found an electric pump. All she had to do was plug it into the valve and wait as it quietly inflated a one-room tent. Although there were a few ups and downs along the way, in the end, she still managed to set it up successfully. To prevent it from being blown away by the cold wind, she reinforced the surroundings with iron stakes. Next came the stage of setting up the interior gear. Naturally, as a refined girl, Xiao Mei was never going to treat herself poorly. The 2-meter bed before her was big enough for her to roll around carefree. As she neatly arranged her tools, little by little, the small space filled with the warmth of home. After a tiring day, it was finally time to enjoy the fun of camping. For someone fond of wheat juice like her, the first task was to find that pleasantly tipsy feeling. But compared to drinking it plain, something felt missing. Just then, the fully heated kerosene stove came in handy. She prepared a few grilled sausages to go with it. This time, Xiao Mei's camping was undoubtedly a brand new experience. After all, most of her past trips were limited to RVs, which always lacked the freshness that tents bring. Maybe this experience would become a turning point for her. Before long, an array of delicious food was ready. Then Xiao Mei pulled out her tablet, launching Netflix as the perfect mealtime companion, and began her appetizer session for the day. After a few hours of binge-watching, the sky outside was already blanketed with heavy clouds. As night fell, the evening glow in the sky became even more enchanting. The golden light gradually shifted to shades of purple and blue. At the same time, Xiao Mei slowly snapped out of her drama-induced daze. Half a day of streaming had left her parched. That's when the wheat juice came in handy. With a cup of her own freshly mixed drink, she officially kicked off the evening picnic. Perhaps hours of staring at the screen had made her forget her hunger. Now she made some simple dishes to fill her stomach. But as expected, heating up frozen food took quite a while. To make sure it was evenly done, she had to keep stirring to prevent burning. Along the way, she tossed in some fresh vegetables. And just like that, a simple yet balanced dinner was ready. It has to be said, just watching Xiao Mei eat is a pleasure in itself. But unlike usual, this time she dined inside the tent. The car might have had a cozy atmosphere, but the tent's setting made everything feel closer to nature. More interestingly, the soft light spilled across her face, and you could see a gentle blush rise on her cheeks. Alright, that's where this video ends. See you in the next one.